Hello, Facebook friends. Is anybody there? If you're there, you can just leave me a comment. What's up, Sam? Hi, Arnold. How are you? Hey, Chats. How are you doing? Haley. Michael. Hi, how are you? Daniel, if you're there, just put a comment. Let me know that you're there. Hi, Bwoni. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Tinoda. Sam says troublemaker. Hi. I'm still very hungover. How are you guys doing? Hi, Amin has just joined us. What's up? That's what's happening. And I hadn't done a live video in a very long time. For reasons best known to me. But I hope you guys are good. I'm very hungover. I had a very long night last night. I didn't go out though. I just had wine with a couple of cousins. On my third bottle, I realized that actually I'm not that strong. I didn't make it very far. Davey says, hello, Panashe. Hi, how are you? Hi, Andy. Hi, Gwasa. How are you guys doing? Sam says self-inflicted. Self-inflicted hangover, for real. Hi, Kingdom. How are you? Hi, Gwasa. How are you? How are you doing? How are you guys doing? It's been a very long time, and I hadn't done it in a very long time. And I'll explain why. If you guys have noticed, beginning of this year, I was very vocal about ZANU-PF and Mugabe, and I had a lot of cheeky stuff to say, and I did say a lot, and I was very opinionated about a lot of things. And then I started being opinionated when this coup that was not a coup happened. And then I over until tomorrow. I'm not sure if we'll see about tomorrow. But anyway, so I stopped doing live videos when the army rolled into town and things were happening and a lot of stuff was going on. Bean says, you're living. Yes, I'm hungover. I'm living. I'm alive. I live under a rock, but I'm alive. I'll do better in 2018. So I didn't speak a lot about the stuff that was happening, and I think my last post was about Mugabe resigning in terms of the constitution, and then I became very quiet. And many people have asked me why I stopped posting. Many people have asked me on what my thoughts are on the new Zimbabwe, which I'll put in quotes, and on the new dispensation, and why I haven't said anything about it, and why I've been quiet about it. And this is what I have to say. When the army came into town, I was not impressed. I was not happy. It was very unconstitutional, and to me, it was very wrong. As much as we want change, this was not how I wanted the change to come about, and it's not how I thought the change should have come about. So with that being said, when the army came and then the coup happened and all of this stuff, let's have another coup. It was so peaceful than the election campaigns. Shut up, Sam. You don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, so for me, it did not sit well with me. Many people asked me if I marched, and I didn't post anything about the march either. I didn't march. I didn't march for whatever the march was about. I think it was very confused. I'm not sure exactly what people were marching for. I didn't attend the march. As far as I was concerned, I was waiting for the elections, and as far as I'm still concerned, I'm still waiting to cast my vote for a president. I didn't agree with this situation, and I still don't agree with the situation, but it is where we are. It is what's happened, and that's that. My thoughts on the new Zimbabwe: we don't have a new Zimbabwe. That's just my opinion. I don't think anything has changed other than leadership. Leadership has put itself into power, and in my opinion, that's not change. People have said, give them a chance. What's up, agency? How are you? We should actually sometimes. Anyway, I feel like Zimbabweans, we are very short-sighted and we are very ignorant, and we act on our ignorance in ways that are just weird. Prosper says hi. Hi Prosper, how are you? I think as Zimbabweans, what we need to do is to actually sit down and we need to acquaint ourselves with a lot of stuff, and starting with the Constitution, because I think a lot of us, a lot of you, I mean, I don't speak for, I mean, I know my, but a lot of people don't know their rights, and you don't know where things stand in your country, and you don't know as you. Independence is not on peer rallies or wearing regalia and this other weird stuff that was back in the day when Dr. Mai was still there. Governance, you need to know your rights and you need to know how you should be governed. And we need to learn to hold our government accountable. I feel like next year in 2018, I hope that people, with all the events that have happened, will learn to acquaint themselves with the law, with the rules, what government must do, because government must actually serve, not the other way around. Especially as well with the situation with water. You know what? The right to water is a constitutional right, and that's your right. People are saying people must pay their bills or like whatever, but the state must still provide water regardless of what is happening. The water must be clean. I don't think that we get raw sewage. It's just not on, and we need to learn to hold our government accountable for certain stuff. And it's sad to see that beginning of this year we had goals, we had goalposts, and things needed to change, and things still do need to change. Nothing has changed, and we will still fight for the same stuff that we were fighting for when Mugabe was in power. Those things are still the same. We still want to be prosperous, and we want to have jobs, and we want a good economy, and we want currency that works. We want a lot of stuff. That stuff has not changed, and it's sad to see that I have seen over the months, over the weeks since this coup has happened. It's like Zimbabweans have completely lost the plot. It's now like we've just suddenly just sat back and said, let's wait and see. You want to wait and see for what? You want to see what's going to happen, how. And I've seen some of the activists, and I'll put that also in quotes, have also decided to push this agenda that's happening with this ED thing. I mean, guys, the newspapers are still spewing propaganda like the sewage is coming out of your tap. That's a sign in itself that things are wrong and things are not changed and not going to change. If you see a newspaper, we've seen the newspaper that actually said your prices were going up, and they said people are happy that prices have gone down. What prices have gone down? Where? I mean, how do you get people that that post things like, oh, ED flew in Fly Africa, so that definitely means that our Zimbabwe is better. It's better for who? Is when Zimbabweans sometimes, it feels like we deserve what we get because we like cheap things, and we do this hero worshipping that's crap. We must still hold our government accountable, and ED being there now, that is there because we don't have any other choice. We must now push him for the things that we've been fighting for since I don't even know when. And when I started talking, nothing has changed ever since I started my opinions. And Zimbabweans must just also feel the same way. So don't sit and be fooled. Don't sit there and say because cabinet is now in half, it means that my Zimbabwe, I can now sit back and relax because my kids are going to be okay. No, they're not going to be okay. Your press is still spewing propaganda. They're still telling you lies in your face. You need to just sit up and realize this is now the chance for us to keep our agendas, because now we've got a new government, and now is the time for us to now sit there and say, do you know what? Now we want to keep pushing, because now, since you guys want to be in power, you must also now do things for us. Then meet us halfway. God says to for electoral rooms. And it's true. People want, it's bread and butter issues. We all just want to eat. We all want to get a decent salary. We all want to get money that can, help us to just go across the border and buy a few things. I mean, why must we just be stuck here with like God knows that don't even work outside like the borders of this country? Excuse me. It's stuff like that. And people are now becoming complacent. I understand that MDC has become a little bit confused. I'm not sure what's happening there, or why they're so confused, or why they're not organized. But you know what? It's neither here nor there. Let's not actually sit here and then and discuss things that don't matter, because as Zimbabweans, that's what we do. We discuss things that actually don't matter. It's actually not the point. The point is that these guys are now in power. The point is that Patakatanga, when we started talking, when we started speaking out, when we started marching, when there was this flag, when there was Evan, you know what? We wanted a lot of things, and those things have not changed. And I hope that in 2018 we also continue to push our agendas. I know certain activists have now become silent. They now decided that they're going to go sit with ED and they're going to have lunch with him or whatever. It's neither here nor there for us. People like AC, you can't follow those people. I mean, AC is his own person. But you know what? AC at least has got the decency to talk, to act, and to just get things done. It's not stuff that we like, but he gets it done. Whereas the rest of us, we just sit and we complain, and then we say, well, now that ED is in power, let's sit back and relax because it's change. Like, Zimbabwe, come on. I think we can do better. And I remember I said this a lot in my live videos, that we can do better. We can definitely do better. So in my opinion, there is no new Zimbabwe. Nothing has changed. Our goals have not changed. And as the youth changed. And just is no change. Sam says cash crisis and clean water has to be top of priority. Well, cash crisis definitely has to be a priority. So these things, guys, don't sit there and think that things are just going to work for you, because any Zimbabwean know that things went downhill. Well, they sat and waited for things to change. Nothing actually changed. We just sat there and we watched. And this is not the time for us to sit there and watch. This is our gate. This is our window. This is the time for us to now sit there and demand that they change. And this is the time for us to speak and to march. I mean, for those who marched, you guys marched. You marched in your millions. You marched. So there's no reason why you can't sit there and you can't march again. You can actually do it. We can do it. But now let's march for things that actually, for the things that actually matter now, because this is the time. So I hope that in 2018, we don't forget some of the stuff, because I'm seeing that people are losing the plot. We are now changing goalposts. This is not the time to be complacent. This is now the time to demand that we get change. Whether the elections are free and fair, whether ED rules for, I don't know, 2 terms, 10 terms, I don't know. But we need to do better. As Zimbabweans, it's very lazy for social media, where now people post ridiculous things like isu ndisu takutonga, isu tisu takabvisa Mugabe. It's mind-boggling. I don't understand those comments. I don't understand their statuses either. It's really neither here nor there, actually, and it's just going to become history. At this rate, if we continue with our behaviors, then we're just also going to continue to struggle, unfortunately, which I don't think that we should. So I don't agree with the government, but it's what's there. I don't support the new government, but it's what's there. But what I can do is hold the government accountable for things that I want, for things that need to be done. And this is now their time to show us that they're different people, because they've shown us nothing different. They haven't. Just sit here and give them a chance. I'm not going to sit here and be quiet and wait for manna from heaven and for things to happen. It's just not going to happen, because that's not how things work. And it's not how God works either. And if you guys would know. If you're Zimbabwe, you would know, but that's not how the show is run. So I do hope that we will continue. And I will become more vocal in the future, in 2018. And I will start posting stuff as I did before. I was waiting to gather my thoughts and to see the situation. I just didn't want to just start talking out of my ass. And I've seen the situation, and the situation is what's there. But that's due in terms of now. But I have seen that they have made some policies. But don't get lost in the smoke screen and mirrors and press statements and directives and all of this stuff. All these policies also need money. So don't just let ED tell you that he's going to do this and he's going to do that and he's going to do this and he's going to do that. But the funds are not there. We can't afford to have our time and money wasted again. I think we have suffered enough. I think things have been hard for a very long time for a lot of people. So I think that we must do better, and we must continue to fight for things that we were fighting for early on this year and last year and the year before that. The bond note must go. We need a proper currency. We need proper infrastructure. You know, people say that with the new government will come investors, foreign investors and stuff. Did you know that you can throw money even into a university, but if there are no proper institutions, it's a waste of money and it's a waste of time. So I can tell you this, that we can have investors all we want, but if our institutions are not proper, and we've got the same situation where money was just being misappropriated, yes, that's the word, misappropriated, then we're not going to go anywhere. And the investors will then just go. So before we even need foreign investment and foreign investors and money and loans from the IMF and all this crap that people think we're just going to get, we're not going to get it. We need proper institutions. And I put it to ZANU-PF and I challenge them to create those proper institutions and to hold them accountable to do their job as they should. Because if we do have proper institutions, then you know what, things will just become easier. So we'll see. We'll see if ED and ZANU-PF can walk the talk. Because from what I've seen on social media, many of you are talking the talk. Many of you are talking like you even know these people, like please, let's not do that. I think we are better than that. I think even if you're a ZANU-PF supporter, hold your party accountable and demand better from your party, because everybody wants better. It doesn't matter what party you support, but at this stage, it's ZANU-PF that's in power, right? So if you are also a ZANU supporter, also demand better from your party. Also demand more things. So those are my thoughts. I guess what I would share, but I will become more vocal 2018, which is tomorrow. So thanks guys for tuning in and joining, but those are just my thoughts. I don't believe there's a new Zimbabwe, and I'll always put it in quotes. I believe it's nonsense. Excuse me. I do believe it's nonsense. I think we must all want better. We all deserve better, and we must all just do better. I don't care which party you support, whether you're MDC, APA, QPR, ZRP, Ajna Basa, Ajna Kanabasa. And if MDC is in shambles, Ajna Kanabasa. But people, stop eating propaganda for breakfast and start eating porridge. Let's do better. Let's apply ourselves. Let's learn to educate ourselves or become knowledgeable about certain facts. I'm not a politician, so I don't know much about politics. But we must engage each other in conversations that are useful, in conversations that will actually help us move forward. And I hope that we can move away from this petty, frivolous stuff that's happening on social media, and that we can continue to want to fight for a better Zimbabwe. So our struggle has not stopped. It has not stopped. It never did stop. And it probably will never stop. But until we see actual, tangible change, then we can start talking about other stuff. So, yeah, guys, that's all that I had to say on the new Zimbabwe. The new Zimbabwe, in quotes, in quotes, in quotes, in quotes. If you haven't registered to vote, I understand that they're going to be closing pretty soon. Please register to vote. And please, when it's election time, please cast your vote. Just vote. And then we'll just see what happens afterwards. If it just so happens, as I, in my opinion, think that ED did not do all of this, and she did not become Dr. Chiwenga and just be voted out, if they were going to be voted out, they're going to be here for a very long time. And I think that's a matter of fact. Whether we like to leave it or not, whether the elections are fair or not, they are here to stay. So since they are here to stay, then the least we can do is hold them accountable. Nothing changes. Our ministers must also do better. We must also hold them accountable. For those that are running for council, I've got a couple of friends, young friends, who have now decided that they're going to become councillors in their areas. Congratulations to you. I almost did run myself, but turns out that my ex-boyfriend is actually going to run for council, and we live in the same ward. So I think I'll give him that one for now, maybe next time. So let's continue to make noise. Let's continue to make the right noise. Let's continue to protest and march and voice our opinions and complain. You see, to criticize, there's nothing wrong with that. To question and to scrutinize, there's also nothing wrong with that. Zimbabweans have got this thing that we must all support one party and we must all think the same way, and if you don't think the same way, then you're an enemy of the state. To those people, fuck you. Fuck you. That's ridiculous. In any functioning institution, we all need different opinions, and we need critics, and we need to scrutinize and to question and different opinions. So I hope that you guys in 2018 remember that we are not finished. This is just the beginning. So I hope that you guys could watch it because you will deserve better. So with that being said, goodbye everyone for 2017, and I'll see you guys in 2018. And I hope you guys have a good year, and I hope everything works out for you guys and everything turns out well. Keep working hard and continue to work. I've met a lot of good people on Facebook. I'm sure next year I'll continue to make some more awesome people and to make some more awesome friends. From me to you, I'm gonna get some sleep because I'm dehydrated. So yeah, guys, don't be fooled. No smoke screen and mirrors. Let's continue to fight and do better from whatever party you are. But if you're also in the ZANU-PF party, please also fight. for better things, because life can also be better for you. So yeah, guys, it's been nice. It's been a good year. I've enjoyed it. I've discovered a lot and I've achieved a lot. I achieved all of my goals, so that was very good. So I'm setting new ones. I'm hoping to be a magistrate in the near future. I shall apply with the Judicial Service Commission in the next couple of months. And you guys see me doing this. So yeah, I hope you guys have got goals as big as mine. And yeah, it's been nice. It's been cool. And I'll see you guys in 2018. So yeah, this is my thoughts. So good next year, and good luck to me as well. And yeah, I'll see you guys next year. So asante sana, iwe nini tinebasa. Quotes up the year. So bye guys.